Have to adjust the manual focus every single week. There we go. That looks sharp. Kind of need a shave, and I should probably do a live showing of how many pull-ups I can actually do now. Let's cut to the webcam. We do some chin-ups today. Gloves. 5 good reps. We'll stick with that. So, as I move my webcam back, welcome back to episode 2 of the lean. Now, kind of need to catch my breath before that. As you've noticed, I've tried to upgrade my setup with a second camera. That's a bit more portable, and will allow me to maybe transition and show a couple more things. Let me catch my breath. It's been a week since I've come off creatine, and what results have I noticed? I had my first gym session after my last program on Tuesday, so today's Thursday, and that was rather difficult. I would say that going into the gym session, I didn't actually expect it to be that much more difficult. I thought it's only been a week, but it's been playing on my mind, and when I went into the gym, I felt very tired. Now, part of this might have been psychological rather than a realistic drop-off in performance, and I would say I was still able to do 180 kilos at an RPE of 6. I would say my body weight has dropped between 1 kilo and 2 kilos and a half, allowing for water fluctuations. Although I have stopped taking creatine, I haven't started taking my diet very seriously just yet. I have tried to be a bit more conscious of what I'm eating, and I've ensured that I don't snack as often as I used to. Now, these are habits that are quite difficult to break, so I expect to hopefully try and be better at this throughout the rest of this leaning process. During my squat, however, a massive incident happened. My weight belt fell off. So, I'm going to try and cut in some footage here, but you'll notice that after rep number 3 and coming out of the hole of rep number 4, there we go. So you won't have heard anything because I play music whilst I'm squatting, and the only way I can find to record on an iPhone is by using screen recording and using the camera app. If you've got a better method, let me know, as long as it's free. However, I heard an audible crack, and I'll show you some pictures here of what happened. Essentially, the buckle gave way, and not at a very good time. It was in the middle of the extension portion of the squat. Luckily, I was already bracing, and this is why it's very important not to rely on equipment and to ensure that you're bracing even when you're using belts or anything like that. I didn't have a back injury, and I did finish the rest of the session. I did some Olympic lifting, and then I did some deadlifts afterwards. Now, having not noticed a lot of weight change and also no drop off clearly in performance currently, I would say that after a week off of creatine, there's not been much change. I do suspect, however, that I'll notice change more next week. This is because what I've noticed in the past is that my body tends to take a week or 2 weeks to catch up to a change in diet or a change in habits. So, for example, my diet this week will affect how much weight I lose or gain next week. My lack of creatine intake, as well as my general diet, will affect how the rest of my workouts progress through this week and next week. I hope that this is a more dynamic series, and I am trying to create a few more dynamic images for you guys to have a look at. For this episode, I've tried to prepare a couple of graphs to track what For this episode, I've tried to include a couple of graphics that will allow you to see what my perception of my squats are in terms of RPE, my body weight, as well as how many pull-ups I can do, and also what cardio I've been doing. I keep these normally in an Excel spreadsheet, and I find that's a quite useful tip for if you want to just track your progress in general. I've also yet to edit a couple of shorts of my most recent workouts, and stay tuned for next week when I'll probably be going through my first Breaking Plateaus program that I've tried. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next week on the episode of The Lean. Peace.